Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle. I'm here to do a reading for Aries. Where you might have that in your chart. It's my intention there's something in here for everyone, and we all have Aries somewhere, so could be for you. Just take what resonates, leave the rest, and remember that my readings, most of them are timeless. So whenever you catch this is the right time for you. Aries, as always, you get to be my guinea pig. This isn't going to be anything too different or crazy, but ultimately, I have gotten the message from quite a few people that they would really prefer to have readings for their specific zodiac signs rather than just kind of the broader. um, Hey, Krista Gale. Hello. Welcome. It's been a while. Um, yeah, the broader elements. I do readings for the elements. Um, fire, earth, air, water. And I've decided to change things up a little bit. This means that I will be giving readings to each sign, and maybe I'll do the elements once in a while, like maybe between each round. Um, we'll see how it goes, what I end up feeling like doing. But I'm going to do the general spread I've been doing, but focus it on each sign. So we'll see how this goes, and um, it might take longer to get through all 12 of the signs, but maybe people will generally be happier, especially when you watch videos based on the title, or you follow the signs from your whole chart. Well, whatever. Everyone's different. So I'm also going to pick three cards on camera from my Wisdom of Oracle. Wisdom of or no Wisdom, yeah, Wisdom of the Oracle deck. I think I know it well enough now that I'll be able to just do it on the fly. We'll see how this goes. So let's start out. This is going to kind of give us the baseline of the reading and see what kind of stuff you're dealing with. So we have the why card, which is all about figuring out your why you're doing anything, what what yeah, your motivations for doing something, and really following your intuition. She's reaching for the book. The book has wings, so um it's almost like the book has just landed, or there's a chance it could fly away. And so you want to kind of, it's almost like this idea of when you get some kind of idea, to jump on it before it disappears, before you lose it again. Somehow there's some kind of knowledge to be gained, some kind of research to do or study somehow. Oh, and we get to the sea in protection. Oh, I don't remember what protection is in this. This is like a card of going with the flow. So it makes me think that if it's in protection, it's probably like really, it's suggesting that you maybe have been feeling stuck, or you've been trying to swim upstream, and in order to move forward easily, quickly, it's going to, you have to learn to go with the flow, and figuring out your why is going to help you somehow. Figuring out your true intentions. If you have ulterior motives, chances are you don't. You just need to get clear on what's driving you. And we get blessed in protection. So this is very much speaking of kind of needing to humble yourself. This is kind of it's there's some kind of hitting rock bottom here, not getting the awards or the blessings that you were really hoping for or expecting, and it's all about needing to trust, needing to humble yourself and allow things to be how they are, knowing that this too shall pass, that the universe does have your back, even if what you're dealing with feels kind of difficult right now. Um, because you've been swimming upstream, that's been working against you. And you haven't been open to receiving the blessings. And so it's like it's time to turn everything around and just quit trying to do things that require so much effort and tire you out needlessly. And then the universe will be like, okay, yeah, now this is what I want you to do. That river, that, that the universe is trying to move you. And when you're resisting it, it's like putting up that energetic umbrella that keeps you from moving forward. And then you can't get the blessings. You can't get downstream to where those blessings are. So let's go to the good tarot and look at this some more. See what's going on here. Um, yeah. Queen of Water. Immediately, I'm kind of getting this kind of making your emotions your friend, not resisting them. There's a lot of resistance here. And I think through figuring out why you're doing anything, it's allowing you to become more balanced, emotionally balanced. It's whatever you've been dealing with, it's allowing you to gain more compassion, and there's a healing quality to this whole situation, because typically once we go through our kind of crazy situation, our pain and heartache and all of that, um, we learn something from it. We come out the other end and we're like, oh, now I understand better how to deal with something if I encounter it again. And then you're able to turn around and see other people who are dealing with something similar. And you're like, oh, hey, I went through the same thing. Let me help you. I was just having a conversation with a friend about this yesterday, that typically people who are going through any kind of really intense thing in their life, they don't necessarily want someone who's never been through it to come up and patronize them and be like, well, you can do it. You can get through it. It's like, well, how do you know? You've never been through this before. And, but someone who walks up to you or walks up to them and is like, I've been there. Here's my story. Here's how I worked through it. I'm here to support you. I'm here to hold the space if you just want to talk. You have something that you can bring to the situation, to the person, that simply through understanding what they're going through, knowing how to show up in the way that you knew you needed when you were going through it. And so it's being very nurturing to yourself, and then therefore people around you. And we get the Five of Air, which is all about being very graceful and balanced amidst chaos and conflict and tension, and not getting swept up in it. Maybe this is kind of where you found yourself, often in your life, where you're fighting against, you're trying to make your point, um, you're trying to make things work in your favor. You're trying to swim upstream, and you're finally like, okay, I've lost my balance over and over again. I've ended up exhausted and not getting anywhere. And you're finally like, I mean, she's balancing on the tightrope on one foot and on her toes, basically. And it's allowing, and she's very graceful. She's kind of doing the the ballet ballerina pose. I don't know what that would be called. But anyway, not letting yourself get caught up in all the craziness. When you go downstream, you stop fighting. You just you go with the flow and everything becomes so much easier. And you've got a lot of assistance from your higher power, whatever that means to you. You're being guided to release, to let go, to surrender. Big surrender here. And then the 3 of air. Wow. But I mean, that's the thing. Like you've dealt with some probably some tremendous heartbreak. Um which is one of the reasons you felt like you needed to swim upstream because you're like, I can't deal with that again. I need to control. I need to make things happen in a certain way so that I never go through that again. And it's like once you let go, once you surrender and release, it's because you're able to you perceive things in a new way. You're able to I just saw 1111. You're able to see the silver lining and know that releasing and letting go can feel really scary because you're not in control. You're admitting that you're not in control. We humans, we love to think we're in control. And, we don't want to admit we're not. And so, but doing that, it's you seeing the silver lining, it's understanding. One of the things about this card is rejection is protection. That if something's not working out, there's a reason for it. You're not supposed to try and make it work or try and muscle something into how you want it to be. And yeah, there's very much a need to surrender here, to relax and let go. Oh, and that can be the hardest thing to do. It really can. I totally understand. Um, let's see what the Oracle Tarot has to say. Yep, we got the 4 of Swords, recovery and retreat. Yeah, you've exhausted yourself. And you just, whatever you've dealt with, it has been painful, but you're healing. You're taking the time to allow yourself, the time and the space to allow yourself to figure out what in the heck just has been going on and coming to this place of like, all right, let me retreat. Let me take care of myself, do some meditation, long naps, make this headache go away. Build up your energy and your reserves again. Siren, hello. So exciting to know how to say your name finally. And the Hermit. Wow, we get the wisdom of solitude. This is like the major and minor arcana versions of each other. You're you're gaining wisdom through taking care of yourself. Finally putting yourself first. That can be tough. You're finally figuring. This is helping you figure out why. Why were you pushing so hard? Why were you trying to swim upstream when clearly it wasn't working in your favor? We all have different reasons for doing what we do, but you're finally figuring it out. And then we also get justice. 2 major arcanas, making honorable choices, finding balance through doing what you know is right for you. And by doing that, then it's like a ripple effect and it's what's right for others. Because if you're swimming upstream, if you're exhausting yourself, chances are the exhaustion is happening on different levels, physical, mental, emotionally. When we're exhausting, let's say this, when we're exhausted, we don't make great decisions and we often we have a shorter temper, a shorter fuse, I guess. Um, we we're much more likely to get caught up in tension and conflict, and kind of we're not able to really be ourselves, to be in the flow. It brings us down. It puts up that energetic umbrella that keeps the blessings away from us. And so this is you just like, all right, I need to find balance in myself, in my life, making the honorable choices. What are those honorable choices? Again, it's different for everyone, but you're figuring it out. You're caring for yourself finally. Yep. Okay. Let's look at where are we at? Doop 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 doop. Let's go to the Dreaming Way Tarot. See what the Dreaming Way Tarot has to say. We've got the Page of Wands. This speaks to me of once you've gone within, once you've figured out why you want to do something, maybe you're shifting and adjusting your values and beliefs around what's important to you. You're ready to make a new decision. Not only ready, but excited, passionate. The Page of Wands is very passionate and ready to like dive into some kind of new adventure. Dive in and see where the current takes you. And through following your passion, following your intuition, your inspiration, y- you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. When we feel those things, when we feel excitement and desire and passion to do something, especially when we're tapping into our intuition and following that inner nudge, is even if it feels scary, the universe rewards us. It's not about, following your passion just for immediate gratification and then you feel empty again later. This is a totally different kind of passion. And we get the 3 of Pentacles. So you may feel like surrendering, going with the flow is going to work against you. You're going to lose what little you have. You're going to lose what little traction you think you have. And when you let go and surrender, you're just like, but I'm going to be left with nothing. And it's like it's just the opposite, really. But that's the whole thing with going into the unknown, making decisions that we have no idea what the outcome will be, taking risks. It's scary because we don't know. But there's always something to be gained when we do that. We're meant to go outside of our box, outside of our comfort zone. Um, in life, that's how we grow. That's how we change. How we become our most awesome selves. It's not easy. Simple, not easy. And with the 2 of Swords, yeah, you feel stuck. You know that you need to make a decision. I think a part of you is pretty clear on what decision you need to make, but there's another part that is very resistant. You're trying to go within. You're trying to This is my Luke Skywalker card. It's you're not trying to make decisions based on what you see in front of you. You're closing your eyes, you're putting on the blindfold so you can't even be distracted. And you're going within and following that inner voice, that intuition. That's how you figure out how to make your decision. Um, yeah, finding balance through making a new choice, an honorable choice, where maybe you hadn't done that so much in your past. So, let me get I'll pull out the Osho Zen. Osho Zen Tarot. Let's see what we have going on here. The creator makes me think of Martian the Marvin. Marvin the Martian. Yeah, Marvin the Martian, and he I can't even think of what he actually says, but anything that ends in or, creator. Think of him saying that. Looney Tunes, that's what I'm talking about. But anyway, the creator. You're in charge of your life. You are the creator of your life. If you don't like what you're dealing with, you absolutely have the ability to make the change. Even though it's scary, even though it feels like there's no way around, there's somehow it's building up your personal power. Solar plexus is all about personal power. And this is you allowing that to grow. Once you figure out why something is or is not important to you, gaining wisdom, being connected to your higher power through your intuition, it's all connected. And exhaustion. Yes, you are. Yes, you are very exhausted from what you've been dealing with in your life. And finally taking the time to retreat and figure out what you need. Could be a physical retreating, could be just allowing yourself to think about different things, to not be in a place of like anxiety or be the inner conflict. You're just that what the way you've been, the what you've been doing or the way you've been doing it just hasn't been working for you. You're ready to end a cycle. You're ready for a new beginning. And consciousness, yeah. It's all about what I've been saying, tapping into your intuition. Be like Luke Skywalker. You feel the force. You don't look at it. You can't see the force. You got to go within and trust what you feel. Trust that if you're feeling passionate about moving in a new direction, that you got to listen to that and go for it. So, um and becoming very powerful because of it. That place of stillness and quiet and serenity, peace, that is where your true power lies. Okay. Let me go to the angelic messenger cards. We've got encouragement. Yes, you definitely have some encouragement around you from your higher power, first of all. There may be some people in your life that know you really well and have seen you struggling and are like, if you go to them and you're like, well, I've been thinking about this, and they're like, oh my god, finally you're seeing it, finally you're figuring out that you've been keeping yourself down, holding yourself back. Yes, Aries, do it, go for it. There's some kind of you're not doing this alone. You've got help. And acknowledgement from the universe, potentially from these same people who are encouraging you, that yeah, releasing and letting go and going downstream, absolutely the best thing for you. Getting that acknowledgement, as soon as you release and let go, the universe starts to like send you those signs, like, yeah, keep going. There's more downstream. Don't try and go where you've been. That's done. Let's keep going. And change. Oh my god, this card comes up so much. So many of us are going through tremendous change in our life, and change is inevitable. It just is a part of life. And when we can gracefully accept it, allow it, and go with the flow, As scary as that is, it's it's going to be so much easier. You can go willingly or you can go kicking and screaming. No matter what, it's going to happen. So why not make it easy on yourself? I know. I know. Easier said than done. I know. I'm with you. All right, let's close out with a rune card. Love these rune cards so much. They're such a great cherry on top. All right, what do you have? Ooh, this is a new one. I haven't I haven't chosen this one before. This is Isa. We have a bunch of cars in traffic. The sun is shining. Potentially it's really hot. We all know those days when we're stuck in traffic, and even no matter how much you blast the air conditioner, you still feel like the heat just radiating in, and everyone gets really angry and irritated, and there's lots of palm trees around. It's like the potential for something really good. Like you're in a place that is, makes me think of like going on vacation, and you have this beautiful idea of like, I'm going to go and hang out at the beach, and it's all tropical and nice, and then you get there and everyone has the same idea, and you can't even get to the beach because the traffic is so crazy. I had this experience, not in a tropical place, but getting stuck in traffic is the worst. So what is this about? Isa, what are you all? Oh, and I open right to it. Oh my God, I love when that happens. Isa, meaning is ice and frozen. Isn't that interesting? The way this card is drawn. um, this card is associated with ice and frozen water and generally indicates a blockage, standstill, or lack of action in some area of your life. Standstill makes me think of that trying to swim upstream, and you don't get anywhere when you do that. You essentially are in a standstill. This could be a loss of physical energy, or a mental fog or psychological block that paralyzes you, which is exactly why you're taking the time to rest, recuperate, and heal. Um, this stasis will likely cause frustrating delays in your life, but instead of fighting the obstacle, aka swimming upstream, the card advises you to stay calm and conserve your energy. Sometimes there's nothing you can do but wait for a change in circumstances. Bide your time because the ice will melt. Oh my God. Wait for the change. It's coming. Embrace the change when it does arrive. As far as relationships are concerned, this card points to icy tension and possible conflict that feels like it cannot be resolved. Look at that. Yeah, possible conflict. hmm Um, there is an urgent need for objectivity and concentration now. You need to decide whether you are going to invest any more of your warmth and energy into a certain relationship. And remember, a relationship can be anything in our life, um, not just romantic. We have relationships with all the people that we encounter, with the way with our life in itself. Anyway, um, you need to see if the ice will thaw or if it is time to gently and calmly let it drift away. Oh my God, that's amazing. Yeah, it's time. It's time to let that ice drift away downstream. Let yourself go with it. And you might feel stuck. You might feel like you're going to be stuck in traffic forever, but you're not. This too shall pass. Literally. Yeah, it's going to be okay. You're going to be okay, Aries. Just trust that the universe has your back, that there is a beautiful, passionate new beginning. Embrace the adventure. Move forward, or better to say, lean forward with curiosity rather than keeping yourself stuck out of fear. That hasn't been working. That's exhausted you. So start to make choices that work for you, and you will be blessed by the universe once you do that. So, all right, there's your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh my God, Redbeard, you're here. Thank you so much for joining me. Seriously, good to see you, all my friends. Um, yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and share.